Just Raised Podcast Fan Friday. This episode is powered by Pod Decks. Pod Decks are unique interview questions and episode starting prompts in the palm of your hand. So whether you're a new podcaster or existing broadcaster looking to grow your audience or get more engagement, you're going to check out poddecks.com. Use code DELOS10 for 10% off your first order. That is DELOS10 at poddecks.com. We're here for this week's first Fan Friday. So we're here with a group interview. So let's go around and introduce ourselves.
Hi, I'm Nick.
What's your team?
I'm a big Yankee fan.
All right.
Another Yankee fan here. It's Erich.
I'm Brian. I'm also a Yankee fan.
And my name's Trevor, and I am a Red Sox fan.
This will be a good combo. All right.
The odd man out.
As everyone knows, I'm a Mets fan. So let's start off with questions from poddecks.com that were sent to me. So we'll start off the first one. What is your go-to ballpark snack? You can just go ahead and just whatever.
If you're not going with the grub tub from Yankee Stadium or just in general, chicken tenders and fries, there's something wrong.
Chicken tendies are good.
Yeah,
I
I'm
don't-
with chicken tenders and fries too.
I just think you
You
have
either go
to.
chicken tenders or you go hot dogs.
If I'm
Yeah,
at,
very
if I'm at
true.
Fenway Park, you got to get a Fenway Frank.
Yes.
Yes.
Best hot dog in
See,
the game.
I
You
think
gotta get a
that's-
nice glizzy.
I think it depends on the
The
ballpark.
cozy
Like I
combo.
said,
I've
Depends
always
on the
Grub-
ballpark, 100%.
Mhm.
All ballparks, they specialize in different foods.
exactly.
Yeah.
The grub tub from Yankee Stadium. It's the little cup. You get the soda, and the thing sits on top of it with the chicken tendies and your fries.
AT&T
Sick.
Park has great seafood, like lobster rolls, all that stuff. Fire.
All right, the next one. So, favorite baseball stadium?
Of course, Yankee Stadium.
I don't know if I could say this, but I think Citi Field.
I like Citi Field. The food.
See,
is
I'm gonna have to
different.
say
they got
Wrigley.
restaurants.
Wrigley's like the nicest.
I've been to Wrigley. I like because they
But
have
I've
that
never
thing
been to
behind.
Wrigley.
The favorite that I've been to is AT&T Park. The one that I wanted to see the most, 100% Wrigley Field.
Yeah, I
I've
can agree
been,
with
but
that.
I haven't been for a
I
game.
can only say Yankee Stadium because that's the only stadium I've been to.
We
So
got to bring you some games.
I also want to go to Camden Yards.
Camden
Yeah,
Yards.
Camden Yards is
nice.
yes,
beautiful.
that's
So-
beautiful.
Also,
So
where
good.
Washington plays. Beautiful place.
Yeah, Washington
No, yeah,
Park.
there, and then I need to go to Fenway. Like,
Bro, I've been to Marlins Park.
Yeah.
There's nothing there. Like,
there's just certain parts you
Spanish
just
food.
don't go to. And
And I'm Spanish, so it's okay. But it's just Spanish food. It's like low quality. So what about the MLB draft? Do you think it's too short, too long, or just the right amount? Not including this year, because this year's only 5 rounds.
Oh.
Usually 44. You think 44 is a good number?
I think so because you have to look at all the teams that they have in their minor league systems.
that is
That's
true because it's
You
not
need to
like
fill
It's
up
a
the
lot.
roster.
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
when you have
Yeah.
like say you have the NFL, it's your team and then practice squad. You don't have
Yeah.
to worry about filling up AA, AAA,
Agreed.
single A.
Yep.
And
And
3
these
or 4 different single A teams per team.
exactly
Yeah.
these players are getting drafted when they're 16 years old. Like so, it's not like the kind of like league where you get drafted like you're coming out of college and you're ready to play in the pros. Like it's a developmental thing. Like I think that other leagues like the NHL maybe should take a little bit of I don't know, advice from like that kind of draft where it's a little bit longer and you get a few more prospects in there. But
For sure. So you guys are definitely against that. They're trying to get rid of 40 minor league baseball teams.
yeah, I like the fact
Yeah.
you have minor
They're trying to go to
leagues.
120 instead of 160.
It's nice because it gives more people the opportunity to watch the
Yeah.
game, and that's the
I think
biggest
it's
thing.
better.
I love
It's
it.
a lot more family friendly minor league baseball.
Yeah,
games.
like
you go for $7, $5.
Honestly, that's probably like the first
sit by
ever
home plate,
baseball
it's a
game
It's a
I've
great
ever
thing
been.
to go to with
Yeah.
your friends,
Like
family.
You
Lakewood.
get a free
Like-
bobblehead.
I
Yeah.
went to
Like, come on.
I went to Blue Claws games a few
Mhm.
times.
Yeah, like that's what.
like it's a cheap
Thunder.
Yeah,
tickets
exactly.
and it's fun to watch. Even though every time I went, they got killed.
All right, now I'm trying to split the table. Does Pete Rose belong in the Hall of Fame?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Oh,
Wow.
okay, never mind. I also
He
do
never,
lose
first
the
of all,
Hall
he
of
never
Fame.
bet against his own team.
Yep.
Yeah,
I like the Reds.
Greatest
it was
hitter.
for his team. So
Greatest
I think it's
hitter.
fine.
Major League
I
history.
mean, that's just extra confidence.
I
You're
think that
betting-
there's
You're betting
teams
on your team.
It's
and
enough
players
now.
that I think there's teams and players that have done way worse and
It's
they still
enough.
get to keep their
He
titles.
should
Like
be
the
in the Hall of Fame,
Astros?
100%.
Yeah, I wasn't gonna say it, but yeah.
Yeah.
So what about Barry Bonds?
Yes.
He's eligible. His last year of eligibility on the
Look-
I guess you call it roster.
He had the
is
numbers
next year.
without the
Look at
steroids
look
too,
at his
right?
stats before the steroids.
So
That
He
is
can
true.
still keep very consistent.
Yep.
Okay, I
You have 10
agree.
years that you have to have before you get on. You have 10 years on the ballot. His last year is next year.
Oh,
So he
really?
doesn't get in.
Yeah.
He has to play a season.
He's getting
Bang, 10
closer
more
and
years.
closer.
He's like
I think he deserves it.
25%
Yep.
off.
Look at
He
his
could be
stats.
75% voted in.
Yeah.
All right, so we'll move to the next question. You guys ever catch a foul ball or home run?
No.
Ever
My
got
brother
lucky enough?
caught a foul
No,
ball.
I've never been
At
like. I
Washington
always bring
Park.
I still to this day. I mean, I'm 19 years old. I still bring a glove to the baseball.
Oh, it's
games
amazing.
when I go.
I have
See,
caught one
catch
foul
hands.
ball at
I
a
never-
Somerset Patriots game.
I never caught it directly. I had like the ball boy toss it to me when I was
There
like
you go, kid.
5 or something.
All right, we'll go around. Favorite player all time. You can give reasons.
Derek Jeter.
No reasons.
He's just. I grew up when I grew up, I wasn't like really into baseball, but I got more into baseball watching with my dad. And first player I really like laid my eyes on was Derek Jeter. Not just that, I fell in love with some of the crazy throws he makes, that bats and all that.
David Ortiz, 100%, man. My whole family are Met fans. He hit a home run versus the Mets when I was about 5 years old, and I was like, oh my God, I love this guy. And I became a Red Sox fan. And to this day, that's the greatest decision I have ever made. And David Ortiz, man, what he did for the city of Boston,
That's true.
stand-up guy, 100% my favorite player of all time.
Mine's a weird one for the Yankees, but Mark Teixeira.
Ooh,
Mark
Same.
Teixeira was the
Okay.
first player,
I didn't
first
expect
jersey
that.
I ever got.
Okay.
First even like shirt jersey I got.
Me too, actually. Yeah,
Yeah,
I got a Mark Teixeira shirt
Yeah,
like when I
Jeter
was
was my
younger.
first jersey.
So what about right now then?
Right now?
Right now.
Favorite
So
player.
you're saying
right
on
now.
our team or just favorite player in the
Anything you
NBA?
want. You can do both.
Let's see.
Okay, favorite
Let's do
player right
Right
now on my
Trevor
team.
Bauer.
It's tough. He's good.
I like
He's a
Trevor.
free
He's-
agent.
Trevor
He's
Bauer's
a-
awesome.
He's
Like,
just he's
how can you
a
not
good
like
He's
Trevor
on
personality.
Bauer?
contracts too, so he
Yeah.
can go
Trevor
to any
Bauer's
team.
just the
How can
best.
you
No,
not
yeah,
like
I like him a lot. I would love to see him.
I'd obviously have to go with Mike Trout. He's just the man.
He's a goat. He's a goat.
And like
Best baseball
He's really
player
good.
as much
in the universe.
the only way I could see him in a Yankee jersey is on the show, but
yeah, you'll never. I'm
yeah,
sorry.
that
He's
sucks.
a lifer.
Uh,
He's a lifer.
Mine has to be Xander Bogaerts right now.
Yeah, you named
I think
the
he's one of the
dog
most.
after
Yeah.
him.
I think he's one of the
dogs.
most underrated shortstops in the MLB just to
For
begin
sure.
with. Everyone
For sure.
underlooks him. He's consistent year in and year out.
I think on the Yankees, my favorite player right now is Tanaka. I don't know why. I love Tanaka. He's someone. He's good. But he's not like flashy like you have Garrett Cole. He's obviously so dominant, and you have other pitchers that are brutal. I mean, they can't really hit the strike zone.
James Jackson.
Yeah. So I think you have a guy like Tanaka. I think he's tough. He wears my favorite number, and I don't know, something about him. I love him.
What are some ways you think you could attract new audiences?
like
I
there's
see
like a
the
little
reason
bit of
why I
like-
don't think they or what they're trying to do. But I don't like they're doing the extra innings. I don't know if you guys saw that.
Yeah.
The man on
Runners
second.
base.
I
hate
think
that.
that's stupid.
so much.
I think
I would
I,
It's good
my-
for this season.
I like it.
I think
I
it's
would-
good for
think
this
it makes
season.
it interesting.
I
man.
would agree with it if it was
It's
like
really
a man
test the
on
pitchers
first.
out.
If it was a man on first, because you have a man on second, all you got to do is hit a pop fly all
It
the way out
changes
in
the
the
game,
outfield.
man.
He's
fast
fast.
enough.
You know what I like?
Yeah,
though?
you win
know
a
what I
game.
like about
No,
this rule?
man on second, all you have to do is hit like
A
a
bunt,
oh,
man.
yeah,
Like,
send it to
people,
the outfield.
more and more teams are bunting in extra innings now. I love it. It's fantastic.
I
Give me
think-
bunting.
I think
Give
it's
me bunting in
stupid.
baseball.
I like it for this. I like it for this season. It's a shortened season. Like
Yeah,
you're having
that's
double
why.
headers being played with 7 innings only.
Yeah.
Like it's a lot's changing. Like they need the games to go quick. I think if negotiations went better, we would have a longer season. But
sure.
I think I like it. It's
Honestly,
something
though-
that changes it up. It's making the players have to play differently. It's making the defenses have to play differently. And I think it's adding a little bit more flair to the game right now.
I mean, one thing I do like that they changed is adding bigger rosters. I like that.
Yeah.
I like that
Yeah.
too.
You need
Yeah.
More
28 is a good
chances.
number.
More
30, I'll go with
chances.
30. 30 is a good
I
number.
don't think it should have lowered it from 30 to 28. I think to me, just eliminating 2 people made absolutely no sense.
It didn't. They might as well keep the prospects
Might as well
up. That's all they
just
did.
kept 30.
Yep.
It was
Yeah,
working.
there was no. Yeah, I agree with that.
But
And you
originally
give-
we're going to 26 though, so I'm happy
and you
it's
give
28.
players
Yeah.
more chances to show.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Players
So
that haven't
they're
played
ready
in a
to
long
play.
time get a chance. All right, so we're gonna bring it back. Just basic stuff. Ballpark hot dog. What are you putting on it?
Ketchup.
I'm a
Just
sour.
ketchup.
I'm a
Just
sour.
ketchup.
I'll be honest with you, I hate ketchup.
You're
I
all
don't like
gonna,
ketchup
I like
either.
mustard.
I'm
I like
just
barbecue
putting
sauce.
ketchup
you're
on
all
it.
gonna hate me for this one, but I just like a nice plain dog.
I think it's
That's
like
simple.
I think it'd be like I put mayo. I'm
Yeah, I
like,
thought it was gonna say
I
something
feel like
real
it's
weird.
nasty.
No, if they have it, sauerkraut.
Okay.
Yeah.
Most of the time they have it.
Yeah,
They don't.
I mean, just get some ketchup.
I'm not a. See, I'm not a.
Give me
condiment
ketchup and I'm happy.
Ketchup on your glizzy.
Yeah, glizzy gladiators. Only eat ketchup. But what's your favorite baseball player nickname? Because they did Players Weekend these past 3 years.
Oh.
If you know any of them.
Kung Fu Panda, baby. Pablo
Ooh,
Sandoval.
nice.
That's a good one.
Nah,
Can't
I
even deny
liked
it.
Seager, Corey's brother. That was a good one.
Yeah.
What about the mayor of Ding Dong City, Travis Shaw? It's a
No,
fire
I like
name.
Boxburger.
What was
Brad Boxburger.
Big
He doesn't have
Fundy.
the emojis on his jersey.
the
Who was
only
Big Fundy?
the
I
only
remember-
really
was it-
nickname I know
was
is
he, he was Big
Oh,
Fundy?
wait. How are we forgetting about Big Sexy? Bartolo.
Oh, yeah.
Oh,
yeah.
that's
Yeah,
by
big
far.
sexy.
Bartolo, baby.
Bartolo's
Come
good.
on.
He's so good.
the only nickname I know as of right now is Polar Bear for Pete
Pete
Alonso.
Alonso, that's a cool one.
I
That's
love
right.
that
It's,
name.
Pistol Pete. Like, I usually won't pull
I
it.
love that name.
Polar bear is pretty solid.
I like because Pizzle Pete Alonso instead of Polar Bear Alonso. It's not. It flows.
I don't know how they got the polar bear one. He's not even like a fat like.
It's kind of big.
It's getting a little chunky.
I mean,
He's got a dad bod.
He's got polar bear shape.
got a big
Yeah,
boy.
but he
He's a
wasn't
big
that
boy.
big last
big
year
boy.
compared to
Yeah,
this
he's
year.
got the quarantine dad bod going.
Yeah.
It's
He
working.
had
I
it
guess.
even last
Yeah.
year.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I would say he's more now, but he had it last year.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Still, as long as he hits home runs, they're all
Well,
right.
I mean,
with
this
that.
he has to hit the
hasn't
ball.
been-
He's
He hasn't been
He's
doing
got
that
Gary
yet.
100 in the.
That's actually yeah.
he's
that-
got Gary Sanchez.
A lot of people are struggling. They'll
he's-
be all right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He spent too much time
All
with
right.
Gary.
Favorite mascot.
Oh God.
Wally.
There's
Fanatic.
there's 27 primary mascots.
Honestly, I'd have to say the Fanatic.
He's
He
hilarious.
is the
Yes,
iconic
yeah.
of
Fanatic.
the first one.
He's
Him and
hilarious.
He's just
Exactly.
he
San
just
Diego
does
chicken.
he just does
San Diego chicken.
crazy shit.
You guys know about the rally monkey for the Angels? It's just straight up a monkey.
Just like a
It's
like
just
an
a
actual
monkey.
monkey.
Yeah, it's a monkey and they have like a fake jersey. It's the rally monkey.
Yeah, didn't you put that on the like the?
That was on our mascot tournament.
Yeah, that was pretty funny. I was like thinking.
I feel
well,
like
what
baseball is
this?
a sport that doesn't get a lot of recognition for its mascots.
Yeah.
That's true.
I feel like basketball.
When Benny the
Yeah.
Bull, he's iconic.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. But
Yeah.
besides
The
him,
popcorn.
yeah. Besides him, like I feel like those sports don't really. I don't know.
Yeah.
I feel like baseball gets the most mentions with their mascots out of any
It's more
sport.
than football. for
I
sure.
think hockey.
Yeah.
I think
Way up
hockey.
there.
I think hockey has the most recognition with its mascots.
because you always see
Can't
them
name
a
a
lot.
mascot.
Gritty, the Devil. Like I feel like every team has a mascot. Like I feel like in the
That's not
MLB, not in every team, yeah, but
Yeah, because
I
the
feel like a
Yankees
lot
don't
of-
have
I mean, some of the
mascot.
only ones are fake though, like the rally monkey.
yeah.
And then
yeah.
the Brewers have like a whole family of people. Like they
I mean,
have like
I
the
do like-
actual Brewers,
Can't
and they
forget
got
about
mom
Mr. and
dad.
Mrs. Matt either.
Yes.
Pretty solid.
Even
Yeah.
like say
I mean, the best thing is when Mr. Met flipped someone off.
Yeah. That was a couple years ago.
say even if the Yankees
that.
did have a mascot, what would they make it though? That's the thing.
I don't think you can.
They would copy Mr. Matt. As much
Yeah.
as I feel like
Probably.
the pinstripes.
Either that or it
Yeah.
would just be like an Uncle Sam kind of guy.
Yeah.
Because like there's Mr. Red, there's a Red Legs guy from the Reds. It's the same thing as Mr. Matt.
Yeah.
Oh,
He's got a
yeah,
mustache.
true.
So like the three of them would have the same mascot.
Yep.
Yeah, I think that's the easiest one
It's
to
the easiest
do.
way to do it. It's a baseball.
Yeah, you just
You
put a
really
baseball
can't.
hat on.
Baseball with arms and legs.
Yeah.
I think they would do that, and they would just put, like I said, like the Uncle Sam, like red, white, and blue hat, and throw
That
in
would be
pinstripes.
tough.
I think that's what you would do for
That
a
would be
Yankees
tough.
mascot.
Well,
Like
well,
instead of a
yeah,
hat,
but
they'll
it's-
have a top
It's
hat.
been too long, so they can't just add a mascot.
yeah.
They're kind of to the soul.
That's the other issue I have. Like, I love the Yankees, but my biggest issue, I think, with them is the amount of fans that are just traditionalists. Like,
Yeah. Well, it's it's all the old Italian guys.
yeah, no, I understand it, but, like, you have... The thing that I think about the most now is our situation with our second jersey. I personally do not like the road
Oh, the road
jerseys.
the road grays suck.
I don't like them. I
They're
don't like the
awful.
grout fit. I don't like that.
Yeah.
When I was seeing what they were wearing for spring training, or I guess what are they called,
Yeah.
the summer camp
Yeah,
now,
same thing.
that blue jersey
There's
with the pinstripe pants,
They're warm
That was
ups.
tough.
I love
They're
that. I would
practice
rather that
warm-ups.
be their.
They should wear that.
I would
Yeah,
rather
baby
that
blues.
be. I would rather that be their second uniform.
And
Those are
that's
really
that.
good
Like,
tough
it would be cool if the Yankees would do like alternate jerseys like other teams do, but that'll never happen.
won't.
Yeah,
the
we're-
Yankees
we're
are
too-
traditional.
It's too like the pinstripes. It's the most well known.
Yeah.
Okay, well, they got that. They got the whole beard thing.
Yeah,
They got
no,
everything.
which I like that.
Laker players rock, man. If they want to
I
have
was
beard,
saying-
they should have beard.
I think it's their
really,
personality.
it's
It's not like
out.
you're
I-
a
yeah,
nice law firm where you just
Yeah,
gotta
that,
be
and
clean.
that
I-
drives some players away. There's like,
Yeah.
hey, I'm getting the same amount from the.
It doesn't drive
them.
players away. Money talks, man.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, no, but if
that's
you
true.
give
I
them
mean,
the same
people
amount.
Yeah,
say
but the
that.
Yankees will
true.
always have the money.
But like,
Yeah.
I
And-
always,
and
But will
and
they
it's the
spend
Yankees.
it?
Exactly.
Question.
Will they spend it?
I've
That's true.
always thought the
Good question for
Yankees
a while.
had it was facial hair and hair because like I remember the whole thing with Andrew McCutcheon. They made him cut his hair,
Yeah.
I
but
love the next
clearly
one.
not because look
Yeah.
at Garrett Cole, still rocking the
Do
flow.
you think any hitter will beat Mickey Mantle's longest home run record of 656 feet in your lifetime?
Not a chance.
No.
No.
Unless they get some serious roids.
How did he do that?
I don't even think that was real.
He's a god. I mean, he's good.
That's insane.
So there's also another Yankee controversial question.
Oh, God.
So you guys are Yankees fans. I don't know if you know a lot about this, but Babe Ruth, 1932 against Chicago Cubs, did he actually call a shot?
Oh.
I don't know. Is there a video of that? I mean,
There's no video.
that's
but
what I'm saying. I don't know if there's no video.
The
How can
Cubs
you?
catcher and the umpire said that he didn't call a shot. He said, "I'm gonna hit it out there. He's like, I'm gonna get a hit." That's what he said, according to the Cubs catcher and the umpire.
Well,
I'm gonna hit.
all-
We'll never know.
yeah, because
I
there's
mean,
not
yeah,
a video,
there's no media.
so
You
like,
can't know.
Yeah, that's the part that sucks.
That's
I think he might have called something.
yeah, he could
But
have
he said
called.
something. He pointed. But
Yeah.
He might have been
I'd
like,
say,
balls
the
going
only,
out
like,
there.
Yeah,
Video of it is like the really grainy, like
then,
him pointing.
you can't
Yeah,
hear
so I
anything.
think
And you can't even
he
see where he's
yeah,
pointing
because he
to.
could be like pointing, I don't know, base it or like through the gap, you know.
yeah. So I think he did to an extent, but I don't know if it's
Yeah.
I don't know if
It's
it's
not
as
like
accurate as we're
It's not
making
like,
it sound.
okay, I'm hitting a home run right now. Bomb.
How do you
Gone.
break it into a glove?
You gotta warm it up. You just gotta
Was it-
soft toss with someone.
Oh, he's like, I put a baseball
Yep.
inside
I
the
put a
glove.
I go
I take
softball.
rubber band
And you
and
wrap
put
it
down
around.
Yep,
underneath
that's
my
how I
mattress,
always do it.
And I spray it with oil there.
The
And
new,
then wake
what
up
is it? The
and
new,
pop.
new what's it called? I gotta look this up real quick.
I was like,
The-
you do that the night before, then you get a soft toss the next day.
Yeah.
Yep.
Just keep running.
Yeah.
There's a special oil that my grandfather, when he bought me my first glove, that I use, and it's like the white bottle, like the MLB bottle.
Yeah, I use
You know what I'm
that.
talking about,
It's a spray.
right?
It's like that big.
Yep.
It's the
Yeah.
wrong one.
I use
And
the
you put
same
it-
thing.
Yeah, you spray that, you put the softball in it, you bend it upside, you bend it backwards. I
Yeah.
put that underneath the
Yeah,
mattress
both
for a little
ways.
bit, and then I put the softball in,
Interesting.
wrap it up, and I would leave it there, and that's how.
Me and my dad do that all the time. Every time I got a new glove.
Yeah, but then I
That's the way
mean,
to go.
after that, I didn't play baseball that long, so I started buying used gloves. Broken in already. I was like,
Yeah,
it's
I mean,
worth
you might
it.
as well.
It's
Just form
worth
it to
it.
your own hand. It'd be fun. It's a lot
Exactly.
easier. Bat flips, yes or no?
Yes.
Yes.
Makes the
Hell
game
yeah.
so much
That's
more
what I'm
exciting.
Yes.
saying. Yeah, exactly.
Look,
Show emotion. I love
yeah.
it.
Look
I'm
at
all for it.
for example, Tim Anderson. He's done some some good bat flips.
Jose Bautista. That's all I can think of. When the
Oh,
Blue
that's
Jays
the
were
best.
making that playoff push,
Yep.
that bat flip, iconic.
Yep.
Alright, so we're getting some breaking news right now. Aaron Judge is lower body tightness. Hopeful that he plays Friday versus the Red Sox.
Oh God.
This hurts.
He'll be fine.
Yes. I think he'll be good.
He's
but
out for Wednesday's game, but
He'll be fine.
I hope it's just precautionary.
the same thing happened with Scherzer.
that's,
So-
that's
Because
why
the
he got
Yankees
pulled
are off
yesterday.
tomorrow, right?
Yeah. So that I
Why
guess
not?
that's why I got
That's-
pulled yesterday.
They
I
get
think
4 to
so.
6 off days the whole
So
season.
let him rest
Minus
2 days
Corona.
for the next series. I agree with that call.
Yeah.
So,
No, I agree with that, but I hope it's more precautionary.
Yeah, because now with Stanton out, that scares me.
You think Canada's going to have a baseball team besides Toronto? You think they'll expand?
I think they should.
I think they should.
They should.
I would like to
They
see
should
that.
bring back the
I would love to
Montreal.
see.
the
I would love to
Expos.
see it happen.
They had
Those
nice
jerseys are
uniforms.
tough.
They had nice
Oh,
uniforms.
God.
I will say that.
Love to see it.
I always get confused between them and the Expos. I get their logos confused with the Nordiques with the hockey team. I always get those two teams confused. So
I would love to see
Expos,
that.
yeah, I'd
I
love
would
to
like
see
to see
come
that.
back.
All right, so you're making a batting order. Who's your top 3? Either all time or right now. You pick.
Right now,
Mike Trout's hitting
Third.
2 or 3.
yeah.
I'm trying to
Sure.
third for me.
I'm
and
putting
then I'll
I'm
either
putting
have,
LeMahieu.
I'll have LeMahieu or Charlie
Last-
Blackmon as my one.
Last season's LeMahieu, even this season, but
Yeah.
I'm putting him as my leadoff.
I have this season Charlie Blackmon as my leadoff.
How about
And-
all time though?
I want Fernando Tatis leading off for me.
Yes,
For sure.
definitely.
He's fast, man. He can put it up.
He is.
I'm taking Tatis, Acuna, Mike Trout.
That's a tough line.
That's what I would.
I'd probably have Acuna as my 2.
I love
Yeah,
Tatis
Trout
ever
is
since I drafted him in my fantasy team. Just fell in love with the guy.
I'm
can
glad
you
no
not?
one
He's the
said.
greatest
I'm
player
glad
in
you
the
guys didn't
universe.
say Judge.
Not just
Yeah, I was gonna say.
not just
I was
that.
hoping
Not
like,
just
yeah, he
that.
has the bat
Every
power,
time I
but-
play the show, he's one guy I always trade
Judge
for.
can be a cleanup, but not.
He has the
He's like a
power,
4 or
but
5, for
Yeah.
sure. What's the best logo in baseball?
Best logo.
I mean, not just because my cousin, but I like the Orioles logo. I like the throwback 70s where it's like the
I like
angry
that
bird,
too.
he's swinging back like that.
I like
Yeah,
That's tough. Or
Hmm.
the elephant from the Athletics.
yeah. The Athletics have
That
a
one's
very
nice,
nice
too.
logo.
There's a lot of simple logos.
I was saying,
Yeah.
there's
Just
a lot
like
of them
the-
where it's just a letter.
town,
and it's like,
Yeah, like
Honestly,
the Yankees.
The Indians logo, I think
I
is
do
the
like
cool-
that one.
is the
Ooh.
Yeah,
coolest.
Chief of Who? That's what I'm talking about?
Yeah,
I don't know
but
if it'll
for
be around much
Yeah,
longer.
exactly.
But I
They
think
took
it's
it
the
out.
I was
coolest.
gonna
I
They
think-
say.
already took it out.
In my
Is
opinion,
it just the C now?
Yeah,
The C's pretty tough too.
it is tough.
That red C.
I like the new jerseys with the Padres. I
Oh,
Which
yeah.
one?
I
yeah.
actually
Which
like
ones?
honestly all
They
the
got
new
the
ones,
brown.
like the camo
Yeah.
ones are
Padres
very
look nice
nice.
lately.
No, the Campbell was the old one. You're talking about the new one. It's all brown with pinstripes.
Yeah, that's what I was talking. Yeah.
And then they have the white. with
Every time I
pinstripes.
play the show, that's
And it's
always the
yellow.
jersey I love to wear.
Yellow, brown, and then a darker brown.
Sucks that that probably never wear the old blue ones though. I like the old blue
The
ones.
blue ones are nice, but they kept changing. Like This is
Yeah.
like the 4th time in the past 5 years. It's like Spider-Man. They keep changing that shit. All the time. Have you ever seen a famous baseball player in public?
No, sadly.
famous baseball player.
Like
Like,
not
at a game.
not at a
doesn't,
game?
right?
Oh, no, that counts. Yeah, you're in public.
Oh, then yeah.
I was,
Yeah.
You,
I've
Obviously.
been on the field for batting practice at Fenway
it's tough.
for the Angels and Red Sox.
Do you guys get autographs like in person?
Yes.
Yeah, I've gotten
Which one?
autographs by some.
We got Jackie Bradley, Travis Shaw, Xander Bogaerts, a lot of Red Sox
I got
players.
Doc
autographs.
Gooden at an event once.
I got him on a
I
Mets
got
game.
him.
He just showed up randomly. We're like,
He went to
okay,
see what's
yeah,
up
we'll go
with
in
it.
line. And he signed our
Yeah.
I actually, I almost got a signature from Spencer's cousin.
Oh yeah, for my cousin. I met a lot of players through him, like Trevor,
Yeah.
Judge, Stanton,
I've almost
That's
got a
so cool.
signature from him.
Manny Machado. Before he left, he had like Miami U jersey. It was
Oh,
white.
that's
pretty cool.
CC
That's
The,
awesome.
the only
Milwaukee.
players that I really
I
have
love CC.
signatures of was this travel team I play for in Freehold, Blue Claws, the Lakewood Blue Claws,
Oh, okay.
And-
Group.
and
Yeah.
we practice with some of the players. They give us tips and everything.
That's pretty cool.
And I remember they always loved me because I was always like the power hitter on my team.
Mhm.
Still am. Don't mean to brag, but
Okay, Nick.
and they like those were like the only really signatures I got. So I guess you can consider them famous, but most of them were minor leaguers. I don't know if they ever came
some of
up.
them could have moved up. I know.
Yeah, so thing is like I'm not a Phillies fan, so I don't keep track of the Blue
I wish
Jays.
I-
Blue Jays, Blue
No,
Claws.
I kind of wish like I would remember like when I went to games and like look at the rosters to
Yeah.
see if I know
Yeah.
anybody who ever actually played.
I've kept like I try to buy a set of cards every time I go to like one of the minor league games, and then I keep them. I have like a whole set,
That's
like
pretty
a
cool.
library.
That's very
So then,
cool.
whenever
That's
they
awesome.
get put into the major league, I look at them like, okay, I can put them into the.
That's
set.
awesome.
That's pretty cool.
Like I've seen Cameron Rupp, Aaron Altair. They come to the Phillies. I'm trying to think who else.
That's
Joe
like-
Flacco's brother, Ryan Flacco, played for the Orioles.
Wait, he had a brother that played. Never even knew that.
Yeah, he played for
Me
like a
neither.
couple years.
I think one of his brothers just got drafted in the NFL.
Oh.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, actually, I do remember that now. Yeah.
Kyle Ripken's I think his son, Ryan Ripken, he's in Double A with the Orioles. Carl Yastrzemski from the Red Sox, you know him. His grandson, Yaz, went through the Orioles.
Yeah, he's
Solid
on the
player.
Giants now. He's a beast.
Mhm. Dude,
He's a
lost that
beast.
trade. They lost that trade. The Orioles.
He's a beast.
Beast, man. All right, so I don't know if we're gonna split the table again, but Houston Astros,
What about him?
did they cheat?
Yes,
What do
they
you think
cheated
about
100%.
What do you think
Don't even
about
get me started on this topic.
I think they should be stripped of their.
Well, we're getting
titles.
started.
Stripped of their title. They all should be suspended. The only reason why these players
Wait,
are
what do you
hitting
mean
them,
They all, the whole team should suspend?
not the whole team. The players that were obviously.
You can't punish
They can't
one
like.
few players instead of
Nah,
everyone.
man,
Yeah.
you can't.
It's
But
hard
you-
to.
Because you
It's
don't
hard
know
to.
who did it.
I think
Okay.
the MLB handled it right.
No, they
No,
did
no.
not.
I think
it
they
was a
could have
little
done
weak.
more.
They should have done more.
They should have given like a pay. Like you can't. So a similar situation to this, the Atlanta Braves in around 2015, they got caught. I don't know if you guys know about international prospects, right? So you can only
Yeah.
sign for a certain amount of money. Let's say I can only sign Nick onto my team for $500, and he's from Dominican Republic, 16 years old.
Oh,
As
wow.
if, right? So he's 16-year-old from Dominican Republic signed for $500.
Dominican.
The Braves were giving them $500, and then instead of like colleges where you buy someone a house,
Incentives, yeah,
Mhm.
they were just.
they give them like another $1,000 on the table. They
Okay.
kept doing that. They got caught 2015.
What are the
So
punishments?
then they were told instead of suspending players or getting rid of the players they signed, they made it so hard for them to sign more players because their minimum or their maximum for 500 went down to like $50.
Wow.
I mean, if you don't break the rules, you're not doing it right.
So I
Well, you
feel
just
like
can't get caught.
a
Like,
lot of teams have
if
done
you
it, but I
get
think
Yeah.
that's what they should do. They should have brought it. They
And-
should have made it so you can only sign people for a certain amount of money.
And I really think
And then
the
the players
Astros
want
should have been
return.
stripped of
That's
their,
how-
their
you
World
make it
Series
happen
title.
naturally.
All right, but realistically, what is stripping them of their title does?
Does
They
nothing.
still have the rings.
Yeah.
They still have the memory that
That's what
Very true.
they at least prevented everyone
You
else from
couldn't
winning.
strip them of the title.
Yeah.
It would have
But-
done.
It
Uh,
does
I
absolutely.
think
But-
they should at least. I don't
Postseason
know.
ban, maybe.
I don't know.
You
It's
could at least say postseason ban. That would at least
right now
do
they might not
something.
even make the postseason. You look at them now.
Yeah.
I mean, the Rockies are the best team.
Yeah,
right
like
now, as far
look
as
how
record.
bad it
Best team in
shows.
quotations.
It shows you how
Rockies
much
are good,
that
man.
cheating helped you. It showed how much that cheating helped them because look at them now. Look how for
Can't judge
example,
him yet.
look how Altuve is playing.
Can't judge him yet.
Playing
Hit 3 errors in one
playing
game.
terrible.
I
Yes,
mean, the
so
only
many
thing is,
errors.
This is
I think it's in
also
their
a
head.
shortened season.
Yeah.
It's
So
in their
like,
head.
You can't judge the Astros yet.
yeah. Until like I would say next season.
Next season.
Like
Full year.
before this
Can't
whole
judge him.
cheating
Yeah.
scandal started, I used to love Jose Altuve. Now I lost
I
all
just-
he has
respect.
such
for
a-
I
him.
never liked
I
him.
think I'm the
He had a
only
great
one in his
story.
friend group that hopes the Astros win the World Series. It'll shut everybody up.
I mean, yeah, probably.
Do without cheating. I hope they win the World Series.
I don't hope that, but
Yeah.
I understand what you're saying.
I think
with
it'd be
that,
the
yeah.
coolest thing
That's what
ever.
I'm saying.
No,
But-
I don't, because then I don't
Well,
want
he
to have to
definitely
see all
would've
them
done
like,
it
oh yeah, look,
the
we're
right
good,
way.
we're good.
Yeah.
Yeah, because I
That's
don't want to
why I
hear
love
someone
it.
like Carlos Correa talk because I
Carlos
can't
Correa
stand
is
him.
the only one that can talk. Look at his stats so far.
He's like, I
Showing
think they had a
up.
good story though. Like before all this happened, because he was cut when he tried out for the team. I think he's 5'5", like a little bit shorter than me.
Yeah.
Not, I'm
Can't
not that
blame it
tall.
on the players, man. It wasn't their idea. They're
Yeah.
just doing as they were told by upper management.
Like, I mean, yeah, like they agreed to it, but I understand that. Yeah, it's you.
But it's like a
They're
team
like, look, we're
captain,
gonna
you
do this
should
to
come out and
cheat.
say something, you know?
Like the fact that like they went along with
Stand
it
up
for
for
so
your team.
long, and I don't know. I think there should be responsibility put on them, but I do
Definitely.
think that the responsibility should be put on the
But
management.
the punishment was
sure.
not severe enough.
Because they suspended, I think it was the general manager of the team, the assistant manager, and the head coach. But then they all were already kicked off the team.
Yeah,
So it's
because
like,
AJ Hinch was
they got
fired.
fired. So it's like you're suspended
then-
for a year, but
and
this
then
year
look-
is
Look at Alex
half a
Cora,
year.
bench coach, got in trouble too for that.
yes, and then look at
Carlos
the
Beltran.
Mets. Yeah,
Carlos
Carlos
Beltran.
Beltran lost
Beltran.
his job.
That honestly, that kind of bugged me. I wish that
He was
able to.
he was a player, man.
Yeah,
He shouldn't have had to step down at the time.
that's what I'm saying. I don't agree with that.
But-
I was really hoping that he was going to be the coach. One of my mom's coworkers, or
Dude,
former
I
coworkers,
love Carlos
is
Beltran.
his cousins with him.
That's
The
why I
Astros-
felt
the
bad for
Astros
the
did
Mets.
start throwing at Mike Fiers' team though after he ratted on them. They started throwing at the Athletics.
Yeah.
That is
He
true.
is a rat. He shouldn't have ratted.
Why not? What they did was wrong.
I mean, because like players lost their jobs. Like they can't even play like an MLB because like they did really bad against the Astros. In the
Yeah.
seasons.
Yeah, that
That's
is
the
true.
Yeah,
Like those borderline players like that you bring up because in doubleheaders it used to be 25-man roster, then you could bring up the 26, which is the new norm for this year, and they bring up those borderline guys that may or may not make the roster, and those people they just set them down. They're
Yep.
like, well, you did bad against a good team.
it
No,
it
yeah, that's
sucks.
true.
But let's stay on the same topic of you're a manager. Let's pretend you're a manager of a baseball team. Who do you want in your clubhouse? Who do you not want in your clubhouse?
Ooh.
You go based off of stats. You can go based
I
off of
one
how they
guy
act,
one
anything
guy
you
I'll
want.
always go for. It's none other than the man Mike Trout. Man's a team player. He
We all
had
agree on that.
like
Yeah.
like
Yeah.
look at this
He's
year.
the best player in baseball.
He had-
and he's a good guy.
And that's it. Look at this
That's
year.
kinda easy.
He had an opportunity. He said like no one knew beginning of the season if he was going to play or not, and he put his team before his family, and that's what you call just a team player right there.
So
You
now-
you can't forget about the veterans. You need guys.
I was
Yeah,
just gonna
older
get.
guys
I was
on
getting
the
onto
team.
that.
You need older
I was
guys
gonna
in
get
the
onto that
clubhouse,
point.
man.
Yep.
Would you rather have a team that's built with leaders that might be hitting 200, pretty good in the field? Now, hear me out. Or a team of like players like I'm trying to think of like a good like example to use. Someone who's just like not a good locker room presence, who might be hitting 350 at this point. Like you don't need those players because like if you're
So
building
you're saying
a team,
like
toxic,
Mike
yeah.
Trout stats with Cespedes attitude?
yes,
Okay.
or
Yeah, I feel that.
like
Cespedes had a great attitude up until this year. You can't judge him on that.
Yeah.
He also
This-
said it's
more
for his
recent-
family, so
yeah, okay,
Yeah.
no,
Yeah,
so
but how he opted out was just
he handled it wrong
Right.
100%.
Yeah.
Yeah.
so
was
someone
at a
like that.
shopping
You
can-
guys, you guys
Yeah.
can't fault anybody for opting out.
Oh no,
Yeah,
I'm not
I
voting for
res-
Rob
I
Gallo.
No,
respect
I'm
him
saying
for-
that personality. We're,
yeah.
like, I'm
I
just using that as an
respect him
example.
for
Yeah,
opting
yeah.
out because they're doing what's best for their family, but just the way Cespedes went to go about it.
You should at least tell your team.
Yeah,
like
Same
you
that.
with-
obviously don't want
Hey,
that negativity in your
I'm
locker
leaving.
room.
Yeah,
but
for
anyway,
sure.
you don't
Yeah.
want that negative player.
I think it's more important to
brings you down.
have a good locker room than it is to have the guys with good stats.
You need good morale.
Yeah, like
And that's
I know a big example. Trevor here is a big Jet fan with the whole Jamal Adams thing. That was great.
Get him out of there.
as good as he
You don't
Yup.
want that
is.
negativity in
Yup,
your locker room.
exactly.
As good as he is, you
Same
can't
thing
have
with-
that.
Brings the team
Same
down.
thing with Antonio Brown. I don't care how good Antonio Brown is, but he is just a negative person.
He's a negative Nancy.
Exactly.
Yeah. All right,
Well,
now
he had stuff mentally wrong with him. but-
for the
Yeah.
fact that
He's a
most of
negative
us
Nancy.
here are Yankee fans, I want to bring up a guy like Brett Gardner.
Mhm.
Stat wise, okay, last year he had a good year.
Gardner
Yeah.
could
Besides
show in
that,
the
he's
clubhouse.
brutal.
Yeah, he could show in the clubhouse.
So now this is what I would say. Would you offer him sort of like a contract, but it's
Yeah.
basically he won't play, but he's just in the clubhouse.
Yes,
like
I
some
would
kind
love
of
that
coach.
because
Yeah.
he
Would
can.
you rather
They
that?
have an ambassadorship. for
Like,
that.
for
David
example,
Wright has one with the
Like
Mets.
if Gardner
Which I
didn't,
think
You know who else Red Sox have that with?
Who?
Jason Varitek. Great guy.
Yeah.
You need to have in the clubhouse.
like if
Yeah,
if
that's
they
what
didn't
he
We
bring,
need leaders.
if
him,
they didn't-
CC Sabathia, like those kind of guys, I think should be
Name
there.
a quality coach.
Exactly.
They're just there just to help people
Like
move
Brett
along.
Gardner, I've seen high schools with a better arm than him. Sure,
Yeah.
he hit an
He
opposite
has-
field home run.
He does not know how to base run.
He doesn't know how to base run.
His entire career,
But, like-
he's had absolute wheels.
I think
He
his
never
head.
knew how to base
I think
run.
his head is just too big. He's
And if- even like if he didn't come back, someone like Clint Frazier would have came up. Like that would have been great. Give him like just sit in the clubhouse, like what Brian's saying, and mentor Clint Frazier. I mentor him maybe. I don't. I can't.
That's what you need.
Yeah.
You need people to be there.
Yeah, you need the veterans just to show the ropes around. You know what I mean?
Like I think that would put the Yankees in such a better. I know he still wants to play baseball and everything.
Yeah,
But
but there's
I think at the same time he understands it. Like he wants to be a Yankee,
yeah.
and I don't know how much time is on his contract.
And
now.
he probably
just re-signed,
and he
right?
wants
like a
and he
short
Yeah,
one.
he's got like
It's like a 1 year, 1 or 2
Yeah.
years.
and he
maybe
wants to
he'll do
win
it
one
after
more
this year.
ring with them too. So I
Yeah.
understand.
But if you're a coach, you still get it.
yeah,
like,
very true.
Like in my
For sure.
situation, like when I get out of school and I'm an athletic trainer, if I go and, somehow make it onto a professional team, they win a ring or something,
Yep.
I'm getting that ring,
Yeah.
which is cool.
Most of their employees get it too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Man,
Once you
like,
look at a
that's
team, you look at a team like the Yankees, and like you understand how important athletic trainers are to a sport.
yeah, look at last year.
Well, I mean,
They
yeah,
slowed
like
down big time.
That-
Like, they were running.
but like the entire team got hurt, and like
yeah, that's who.
it's not. I don't put that on the players. I put that on training staff and strength and
Mhm.
conditioning
Look at the Mets.
coaches.
Mets are terrible.
Exactly,
Terrible.
it's
That's
brutal.
terrible.
Like you have, like you're trained to do what you're supposed to do. Like if you have a player who's trying to throw an extra 4 miles an hour on his fastball, but you're noticing that it's decreasing his stamina and everything. You just can't. You have to like step in there and
Yeah.
change that
You gotta make
because
sure he's not taking that sacrifice. It's not
exactly because maybe he'll get another 4 miles an hour on that fastball, but he's only pitching 60 pitches now instead of 100.
All right, let's go on to the second to last question. Anything you want to change about baseball? Go ahead.
No, perfect. It's the way it is, man.
I think
It's what we love it for.
Yeah, I think that we played baseball, but I think they're having a hard time getting people to enjoy the game now. And
Yep.
like people's I think they're first. I don't like the commissioner. I think that he's more about
Fantastic.
I think he's more
I
about
hate
money than he is about the sport.
I don't think he really cares
They
about
all
baseball.
are.
He's more a business.
No,
owner
I
than
don't-
he
I don't
is
No,
agree.
but you can tell Adam Silver cares about the
He
NBA.
cares about the
basketball.
NBA.
I think Adam Silver's the best commissioner.
I
in all
think
sports.
I think
Yeah.
Gary
100%.
Bettman. I think he's just a close second, but I think like they care about the sport and like they care about spreading
Yeah.
it. Like the NHL
You can see the
and the
passion. It's
NBA
not just about money.
have done a great job with their whole bubble situation.
Mhm.
So
Not
much
only
harder for baseball.
Well, yeah.
no, I don't mean
Yeah,
I don't mean
actually,
in a health
They're trying
standpoint.
to do
I just
that
mean
for the
like
postseason.
I just mean like you look at the NHL, like they're having so much fun with it. Like
Mm.
when they were setting up rooms, like they had pictures of like everyone's family in their rooms. Like they had fans, like they put like actual fans like sitting in the seats and like they were making dad jokes and stuff. Like they're
And not
having
just
a
that.
good
Look
time.
at like the the hockey with hockey.
yeah,
Like in their hotels, these players are making. They're doing. I just saw on John Gabriel Pajot's Instagram a few days ago. They had a big ping pong tournament. They're making
Yeah.
fun. They're having
like they're
fun.
having a good time. And I think that baseball it's a lot bigger of a league and it's hard
Yes,
to do.
it's definitely
Well, it's good.
harder.
We got 60 players per team with the taxi roster, so
yeah, so
yeah,
I
it's
agree with
definitely
that.
harder.
But they're trying to do a postseason bubble. So for the 16 teams that make it, they want to put them in a bubble.
That's
just like
easier to
NBA.
That's
do.
going to be
Yeah,
hard
16
though because a
teams.
lot of these
Well, there's only
players.
26, 28 players per team now.
But even
not
though a
easy.
lot of these players are going to want to go out, that's the thing with baseball players.
No, I think this is great for baseball. Honestly, you're only with your team.
Mm-hmm.
All it does is build up team chemistry.
I think
Yeah,
it's the
but-
most-
See who's gonna bust and who's not.
It's gonna
You
see
get
who's
the-
gonna come together and
Exactly.
do this thing. Like you said, the Mets players are all like every team. They're all bringing their Xbox, their PS4. They're playing with each other, they're having fun.
I think baseball,
think
like
you either
the amount
get-
of games, like you're with each other a lot, but you have a sport like, I mean, the NFL, like, yeah, they have practices during the week, but you only have one game a weekend. So now,
Yeah.
if you're in like a bubble situation, like you're with these teammates a lot more than before, and
Yep.
it's only going to be for the most part, a positive experience.
And it
mean-
shows, and the people that like the negative guys just kick them out.
You either get the players who are selfish and go out, like Clevenger, or you get the ones who will
Please, Zach.
stay with their
Follow the
teammates
rules.
and
They
chill.
did the right thing though. They sent him home. They said, "No, you can't play with us. We don't want to."
Yeah.
Have
I like
That's-
They
that.
know they know what they signed up for this year.
They saved it. They saved their
Yeah.
teams.
'Cause
with
they-
that.
Definitely saved it. The whole
And
division.
like that's the thing, they knew what they signed up for, and if you didn't like it, just opt out or whatever. Like,
They have
do
the choice.
yeah,
Yep.
they had a choice, and they decided to do whatever they wanted to.
All right. So last but not least, you're going to a game. Where are you sitting?
Ooh.
There's a lot
Left
of great
field
spots.
bleachers.
Depends where I am.
Left. Oh yeah.
Yeah,
that's
Yankee
true.
There's
Stadium.
some-
I'm chilling in
I'm
right
si-
field bleachers.
I'm sitting in the yeah. They're too
I'm
expensive
chilling
for
in
me.
the short porch.
Too expensive for me.
I'm assuming it's all the same price.
Oh, all the same price. Yeah, I'm sitting in right field bleachers,
I go
but
first baseline, City Field.
There's always
Green
I've al-
Monster.
I
Fenway
love
Park.
the outfield.
Yeah, Fenway Park. Obviously, you got it.
Yeah, if you're not,
there's one
Coolest
place
thing-
at
coolest
Yankee
place-
Stadium
coolest
we
place to
all
watch
know
a
where,
game. Watch a
like, because I'm a big Judge fan. I've always wanted to try to get seats in the Judge section.
Oh, that's right by the short porch.
yeah,
Oh,
no,
yeah.
That's right there.
that's what I'm saying. Sitting in the outfield is
I
so
mean,
much
you
better.
can't. Outfield's great. You can't go wrong with first base, third base line either.
Yeah,
like,
yeah.
they're depends where you're watching the game, but like you can't go wrong in an outfield.
Honestly,
first base,
there's-
left field.
I've always wanted to sit behind home plate though.
It's pretty fun.
Home plate is nice.
Beautiful
They have
view.
like the nice seats.
Yeah, no,
Yeah,
I've
beautiful.
never
Padded up.
experienced that.
Beautiful.
I
before.
went
view.
once. I saw
I've
a big
always
sexy
wanted-
fish. Amazing, bro. Amazing. All right. Well, unless you guys got anything else,
It's been a pleasure. Thank you for having us.
Thank
Go
you for
Yankees.
being on the first Fan Friday for the Dallas Rays podcast. And again, make sure to go to poddex.com. Use code DELOS10 to get 10% off your first order.